Fortier. I am here to talk to you about breastfeeding compared to formula feeding and why breastfeeding is so much better. It's not uncommon that lately people have been touting the benefits of breastfeeding, talking about why it's so much more important and talking about all the different health benefits that your kids might have. But rather than doing it through things like nurses or pushing information, I am here to give you facts. Facts that will help you and that will help your child. As a mother who has done both formula feeding and breastfeeding, this is information that I wish that I had known, and I wish someone had talked to me and given me the facts, because that's something that I deal with. That's something that I understand. And hopefully this will help some people understand why breastfeeding is so much more important. The first information that I'm going to share with you is from WebMD, and this is on the benefits of breastfeeding and what it provides for your child. Firstly, it provides natural immunities, and the antibodies that you have built up over your lifetime are passed on to your child, which means that they're more likely to be able to fight things like influenza, the common cold, because they have your antibodies. That means that your child's less likely to be sick and can learn more, go to school more, which provides them with more education. It is more easily digested because not only does it provide a higher water content, which leaves them more hydrated, but it's easier on the intestines, which means that they're less likely to have gas issues and they're less likely to be constipated. You very rarely find a breastfed baby who is constipated because they have so much water in the breast milk. It lowers the risk of sudden infant death syndrome by 13%, which is significant when you realize that babies have died more often lately than they have in the past, which also can correlate with the fact that formula has increased. Breastfed babies tend to have a higher level of cognitive function because they stay in a level of quiet alertness more, meaning that your child is awake and they are alert, not that they are sleepy or dozing or anything like that. Because of this level of higher alertness, they take in more, they understand more, and they're more likely to comprehend, which helps with brain function and helps it develop faster. Later in life, it actually provides health benefits for your child also, including it reduces the risk of them being overweight, developing asthma, type 1 or type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, Hodgkin's disease, and leukemia and lymphoma. It reduces your child's chances of cancer. I mean, you can't override those benefits. They're amazing. This is something that you give to your child, not just for the first 18 months of their life or the first 6 months of their life, but you give it to them. It's a gift you give to them for their entire life. You set them up for success right at the very beginning. From womenshealth.gov, I gathered the information about the benefits that it provides to the mom. So, not only does breastfeeding provide benefits for your child, but it also provides them for you, which includes a reduced risk of breast cancer, diabetes, heart disease, osteoporosis, and ovarian cancer. Which, for someone like me, breast cancer and ovarian cancer runs very highly in my family. So if I can do anything to reduce the risks, I know that I should. Then we go to the information that I have gathered from usnews.com, which is about how the government has started promoting and pushing for the increase in help with breastfeeding, including with the Affordable Care Act. The ACA has started supplying more breast pumps to moms who would like to breastfeed. I know that before I had my daughter this past February, that I went through VA care because I am a veteran and that's just the insurance that they gave me. And I was sent a very nice Medela breast pump, a Tote and Go, just to help me with my success, rather than a handheld one, which helps moms actually give up because although it can express more, it's actually very painful. So they're providing these double electric pumps to help set women up for success. Also, they've pushed to provide support at work for breastfeeding moms so that they have places to go to pump. They have breaks so that they can pump. And the CDC has even gotten involved, and they've produced 3 programs to help influence moms and to help them be able to successfully breastfeed, including Best Fed Beginnings, breastfeeding report cards, and a guide to support for women who want to breastfeed so that they kind of know what is going to happen and what to expect so that they're set up for success. The Surgeon General has actually issued a call to action after recent testing on breast milk has come forward, and because it's shown to produce more health benefits than we initially knew. The other part of the Surgeon General's call to action was because breast milk is specifically made for each baby that is feeding from it. For instance, boys' milk tends to be higher in protein and higher in fat because boys tend to need more and it helps them grow bigger. Girls tend to be smaller. Girls produces more water often because that's what they need. Girls tend to be more dehydrated easily. So that's information that you really want to pay attention to because it goes back to setting your child up for success for the rest of their life. The other part of the call to action is tests that they've been doing on the good bacteria that's in breast milk, meaning that the good bacteria from my intestines is actually transferred to my daughter, which promotes healthy interior living. Finally, from the National Health Institute, they have done testing on formulas which are shown to contain 200 to 300% more aluminum in formula than in breast milk. Breast milk ran the average of 23.4% aluminum compared to the formula. In addition to that, aluminum tends to contain neurotoxins, which are bad for the baby, and they tend to not only affect the brain, they gather in the brain tissues and they gather in the bone, which can lead to increased problems later because of the formulas. And the vitamins that they are saying that they're putting in formulas only have trace amounts. So rather than getting a full slew of vitamins and antibodies and DHA and different things that a child gets through a breast milk, they're only getting trace amounts through formula, which is just one more reason why breastfeeding is better. When you look at all of these things combined into a package, it just shows you that it provides so many more benefits for your baby. And don't get me wrong, some women can't breastfeed. I couldn't breastfeed my first 2 children. And so I didn't ever do the research. But there are so many things out there that can help to set you up for success that if you can, you really need to. It is so much better. I appreciate you listening and taking this into consideration. I hope you see the benefits now. Thank you.